What's up everybody, FornaTRON here, and today we are back again with our easy mode playthrough of Elden Ring. In the previous episode, we went through Fire Giant, we did Rykard, we did a few other kind of homework items that we needed to do to be able to get to where we are now. So we are about to fight one of the hardest bosses in the game if you don't know the cheese for them. This is almost where a lot of people quit this game, but with the strat that I'm about to show you, you are going to see how big of a joke this boss is. Let's get into it. Okay, so as we prep for this boss, there's a couple of things that we need to have equipped. So we're going to be using our sleep pots again, and remember, sleep pots use FP, so that's that blue bar at the top. So you'll notice since the Fire Giant fight, I have reallocated my flasks and I've put 2 to FP and 10 to HP. So that distribution should help us when we run out of FP, because we're going to be using the sleep pots and we're also going to be using our Ash of War as well. Another thing too is when we jump in the boss arena, it's going to summon both of the Godskins. So Godskin Noble and the Godskin Apostle, that's the skinny one, and he dodges anything you throw at him. So when we jump in the boss arena, we're going to yeet the sleep pot to a certain location where that Godskin Noble will be, or Godskin Apostle will be, and hopefully we land the shot. If not, we might have to waste a few of our sleep pots. So you want to be well equipped with sleep pots. So remember, Trina's lilies are not an item in the game that you can farm. They're just in very specific locations and you can only pick them up once. So again, don't burn through all of them. And once we land sleep on both of them, we just kill them one at a time, and then we should get through this boss easy peasy, and we won't even need to summon our spirit summon. So again, we want to make sure we're all equipped up here. I think we look good, and this is how we're going to do it. So you only get one opportunity to do this, so we're just going to run over here, run down these stairs. Those guys will do big damage, so just run past them and then jump over this ledge here. So in the very far right of the arena where that green door is, that's kind of where we're going to yeet our first sleep pot. So we're going to run to that middle sarcophagus that's in the middle of the room there, and then we're just going to look up and yeet the fucking sleep pot, and hopefully it lands. So let's give it a go. So we're going to run here, look up, yeet the sleep pot. Okay, throw it at the big boy. Nice. Look at that. All right. So now we can, oh, I don't even have my item equipped. That's not good. Let's just, we're gonna do a, okay, there we go. So that's really not that good. So we kind of wanted that buff so we could get a little bit more damage. So this isn't looking good. So you want to switch to the sleep pot because one of them is going to respawn pretty quickly here. And it's the fat boy. All right. Okay, get a charge R2. Get that posture break. I would have liked. Nice. Done deal. We still did it. That was a messy fight. I didn't have a lot of things equipped. So I had my dagger on the wrong hand. Because I went to switch to that to do my golden vow. Wasn't there. And I also didn't have my bleed grease. So that was a messy fight, but we got through it. But with those strats, like honestly, you put them to sleep. You do your weapon arts, and then you do a charged R2, and then you do the posture break, and you will prevail. But like, I remember when I first played this game and I fought them regular, and this was pre-patch, so they were both super aggro, and it was gnarly. It was probably the most gnarly fight ever. All right, so let's use those souls and level up. Let's keep pumping points into Dex. Maybe a little bit more mind, so we can have a little bit more of our weapon art. And they also gave us the ball bearing for buying more somber stones. Okay, this next area sucks. So we're gonna be doing a lot of running. So we're basically gonna jump down. We're gonna avoid all these dog enemies, and then we're gonna run to that edge over there. So we're gonna run, jump, roll, roll, run, go right, run straight. You're gonna run straight past that item and jump. So run to this item, jump on this ledge right here. Done deal. Okay, jump up here. We're gonna go straight, and then we're gonna go right. So just ignore that big boy over there. We're gonna go down here, and down here is a really good talisman. So if you just run and jump up on here, you can pick up the talisman. This is the Dragon Crest shield. This one significantly prevents physical damage. So we're gonna use that instead of raises defense. So we're gonna pop that bad boy on there. Okay, we're gonna go straight and then out here. And we are gonna completely ignore that guy over there because he gives you jack shit. Jump off this edge and you're at the side of grace. Very nice. All right. I think we might even, just for right now, we're going to swap out the axe talisman. We're going to put on the ritual shield. Let's get rid of some of the extra talismans that we have. Well, basically the one. Okay, this next area really sucks because there's a bunch of these birds, and they're the worst part of this game. We kind of ran through Stormvale Castle and we didn't even encounter them. That's where you first encounter them. They are the worst. We're not gonna stop and fight them. We're gonna run past all this shit. So you're gonna run, jump down here, you're gonna turn right, ignore that item that's on the ground, jump over the edge. Okay, immediately run over here, run to the left, jump over the edge, roll as soon as you can, run and jump over this edge, and then you're gonna run and jump over the edge in the corner here. Then you're gonna run down here. Just keep your pace, just keep running. Manage your stamina. Run and jump up here. You're gonna run past this big dragon. Over here, we got the Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. We're gonna quit out our game. All right, and then we're gonna run past him again. Don't worry if he notices you. He'll growl and then he'll just fly away. Okay, over here, there are a bunch of dog enemies. You can just run past them. So we're gonna turn right. We're just gonna run, manage your stamina, run past this guy, run and jump on this coliseum here, or this column, run straight. There's this dog up ahead who's gonna throw shit at you, jump. Okay. You're gonna run straight and then immediately to the right. There's gonna be a big boy ahead of you. Run and roll, roll, run up straight. Go to the left, hard left, run in here, hit the elevator button. Boom. You just ran past all that bullshit. So this will take you to your next site of grace. And this is the site of grace that you need before the boss. We're gonna sit down. Very nice. Okay. So we are going to... I think we're gonna leave our talismans the way that we have them. There is a mini boss up here that's blocking the boss door. We're gonna get rid of this one first. So we're gonna run up here about to this item, and then we're gonna start buffing ourselves. Okay, and let's run up and lay on the pain. Okay, back up. Watch out, the horse can throw fireballs at you, so you want to watch out for that. Oh, that was weird how it missed aim there. Okay, when he buffs his weapon like that, give him a little bit of distance because he'll do a smash like that. Okay, this is not good. Get a couple of sippies. See, he'll breathe fire at you like that. But just like the other tree sentinels, just kind of just roll at the last second. Ooh, that was close. Last hit. Very nice. Cool. All right. And then now you killed that mini boss and he will not respawn. So you can just pick up the items here and then go back to the site of grace that's at beside the Great Bridge. And I kind of felt like I was being affected by having this axe talisman off. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if like the +5 in strength is really doing me a big difference. So we are gonna go and put on the ritual shield talisman in its place. So we've got the axe talisman, Radagon source seal, ritual shield, and then also dragon crest shield. So we're gonna have a lot of defensive buffs. All right. And now we're ready to take on Malekith, which is the next boss. And this is another one that infuriates a lot of players. And a lot of people have quit Elden Ring because of this boss. But I'm going to show you the strat tip to just own this boss. So its first phase is kind of like typical big baddie. But we're going to have our Mimic tier to kind of draw away aggro. And then we're going to chip away. And then in phase 2, I'm going to show you the strats how to just not get owned right away. Okay, so before we go in, let's put on our buffs. And then as soon as we jump in, we're gonna summon our buddy. Okay, and then run off the bridge, so that way you're not fighting on that bridge. Take a sippy. I keep getting the guard break, which is not what I want. The reason why is because we want to guard break him in phase 2. Oh, that's close to dying. There we go. Okay, so in phase 2, he's gonna do this jump attack. Just roll into it. I keep getting bad RNG. Ooh. I never know where he's going. Get that bleed proc. Get him. Oh. He's got like one more hit. Nice. He's gonna roll into his attacks. Like, don't panic. Roll into his attacks, and you should be okay. Very cool cutscene. So basically, Malekith was holding the Rune of Death, and now that he's no longer around, you defeated him. Death is back in the lands between, so things can die a proper death now. All right, let's use his soul. Oh yeah, we still have Reichard's as well. And another thing I completely forgot as well is we have a +10. We can get our sword up to +10. So we're actually gonna go back to Round Table Hold, which is now on fire because we set the Urge Tree afire. So we can make this +10. And we can level up. So I kind of want 15 in that, and then let's go. That brings us to 659, 654. So yeah, it's better to just put money in all decks. This is just Corrin stuff. And you'll notice a certain someone's missing from their rune. Oh, we can buy all these. And what else do I want to buy? We can give her all the bell bearings that we have. All right, so now we're gonna go back. So now we're in Leyndell, Ashen Capital. So now that the Erd Tree's on fire, everything's covered in ash. That's why we went and picked up that item that I told you you have to pick up to get the platinum in this game. Because if you don't pick it up before this point, you won't be able to afterwards. You'll have to go into New Game Plus. So that big spire right there, it's covering the item now. Pick up that rune arc. Okay, we're gonna run up here. Catch this elevator up. So what's crazy is this is like the end of the game, and the game quickly turns into like a boss rush mode, which is awesome. So we're about to fight another boss. This boss can suck because if you don't kill him in this first try, after you have to come back here, it gets really difficult because they use magic, and they use lots of magic. So they're really hard to just punish. So you kind of gotta get it in one go. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do all of our buffs first. So we're gonna use our flask here. We're gonna do our buff. We're gonna go here, get our grease on. Okay. And then we're gonna get in here. And look at who it is. Sir Gideon Ofnir. We're gonna summon our buddy. Take a sippy. And then just go ham. See, he's tricksy. So he uses a ton of magic. Like those rings, they'll fuck you up. And then this attack right here, if you hit him too many times, he'll explode. Like that. But we got him. But like I said, he can mess you up. Like that was maybe a joke, but Sir Gideon Ofnir can mess you up. Nice, and you get all his gear. We've put the golden scarab on, so we've got a bunch of money. If you're wondering, like, why does he betray you? Like, I thought he was, like, rooting for you to become Elden Lord. And not really. You're both tarnished, and you were both aiming to become Elden Lord. But Sir Gideon Ofnir discovered something about Queen America that he wanted to try to prevent you from trying to go to be Elden Lord, because he knew what was inevitably going to happen. So he's basically telling you, like, yo, dude, a man can't become a god. So just to let you know, like, you're not becoming a god when you grab the Elden Ring. Like, don't do this. Like, he's trying to stop you. It's kind of depressing once you think about it. And I don't know. If you really want to get in the story, like, it is insane. It's awesome. All right, let's try to pump more into vigor. Any little bit counts. Okay, we're gonna run this way. Jump up here, we know the drill. It's cool seeing this place while the Erd tree's on fire. All right, run, 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 run. On the bed again is another incantation, which you can't use. Erd Tree Heal, it's a very powerful healing incantation, but again, you can't use it. All right. So this next boss is maybe a little bit familiar, but it's a really cool story moment. What we're gonna do is we are gonna put on our rune arc so we can utilize Godric's Great Rune and get +5 in all attributes. So when we go in, it's gonna cause a cutscene, and then we're just gonna immediately quit out and then start the boss fight again, because when the cutscene ends, you're gonna be really close to the boss and you're not gonna have time to buff or do anything or summon your mimic here. So watch the cutscene and then quickly quit out. Great cutscene, hey? Really cool. So we're fighting Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. Really, really cool fight. Okay, so this boss does have 2 phases. The second phase gets a little bit crazy. The first phase, when you get him like close to half health, he'll start doing these ground pounds. And remember with this boss, roll into his attacks, not away from his attacks. So we're gonna put on our buffs, we're gonna go in, summon our friend, he's gonna take aggro, and then we're gonna take jump shots, use our Ash of War, get charged R2s whenever we can, get him into phase 2, and then kind of just rinse repeat. All right, so let's do this. So let's use our flask. Buff up. Put on our grease. We're gonna go in. Summon our buddy. heal up. You could probably give him a little. All right, let him take the aggro. And he's just standing there, so I guess we'll do it. Roll. Jump R2. Roll into his attack. Roll. Remember, he does his attacks in threes. I asked for that. So this is where he does his big pound attack, so remember that. You always want to try to roll at the last second. I don't feel like we broke guard, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. His second phase is insane, so just roll into him. He does a lot of these swipey attacks. He's got to be close to a guard break. Nice. And I had the golden scarab on that entire time. Get wrecked. And that was Horaloo. I can't believe that I had that golden scarab on that entire time. I was wondering why I didn't break guard. So if you run up there, that's the last boss of the game. You've beaten the game. The last boss is pretty intense. We're not going to fight him quite yet, though. So we're going to level up. Going to put all of our points into Vigor. And we are going to go back to mountaintops of the Giants. So we're going to get the second half of this gray area here that we haven't quite discovered yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Freezing Lake Site of Grace. Okay, and then when we were here before, we went across the lake that way. We're actually going to go up and to the left. And basically, we're making our way down in this castle right here. So you can just literally follow the path. There is a Site of Grace over here, I believe. And you can already hear it, that bell ringing. There's one of those Tibia Mariner dudes down here. Easy mode, dude. We only killed them just so he wouldn't summon those big skeletons. So we still gotta jump down here. Right over here is another mini boss too that you don't have to kill. They're a big pain in the ass, so I wouldn't even bother. So I would just hug this right edge of this mountain here, so we don't trigger the boss fight. I think we can fall down from here. No. I was like, oh, we can jump down from here. We're gonna choose that Stake of America. So that's the boss that I didn't want to trigger. All right, get this Site of Grace. Have a sit. I kind of want my runes back, but I kind of don't want to jump. I don't want to have to run up top there. Okay. So there's two big line boys in here. There's one straight ahead and there's one to the right. We're just going to avoid both. So just run. Just run, 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 run. Straight over here. They won't follow you up this thing. There is a dog and a bird over here. So we're just gonna run. That bird will catch up to us though. Once we get in here, quit out. Okay, so we're gonna go up the stairs here. There are some ghosts that are gonna start appearing. There's gonna be one over there, one up the steps, and then one on that ledge there. Just take them out one at a time. Give me this one here. He really sucks. But he gets pwned by our Ashes of War. This guy keeps doing chip damage by shooting at you, which is super annoying. Kill him. Pick up this item. You don't need it, but I just item gremlin. Okay, so you can get this Site of Grace here. We're gonna go over here, and then this item right here is an item that you need to get the platinum. Easy pickup. Okay, so before we go to the next area, we might need to pick up a few items. One item in particular. So I want to see. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go back down to the Weeping Peninsula to this merchant here because they sell kukri. And we're gonna buy as many as we can. So I might pop a soul here. So I'm gonna use 4 of these. That's not really enough. See, that's why it's good to keep these these consumable souls or runes. And let's buy as many kukris as we can buy. Sick. Now we're gonna go all the way back. And it was Church of the Eclipse. So to get to get the other side of the map here, we have to get the medallion for the lift here to take us the secret path. And there's 2 halves of the medallion. One of them is in this castle here, and the other one is back in Liurnia. But we're gonna get this one first. So we're gonna equip those kukri. I probably didn't need to buy that many, but I just wanted to have a lot. I'm gonna show you why we bought those kukri. So put them in your inventory. We're gonna crouch down and we're gonna crawl over here. It's because in here, there's these boys up top here. And when you trigger them, they will screech and they'll summon a bunch of ghost enemies. And it just sucks. So we're gonna, from here, chuck a few kukri. Done deal. We're gonna go over here. There's another one right there. Chuck a few kukri. Done deal. And now they can't summon the ghost enemies. You can take the kukri out of your inventory. And we're about ready for another boss. This boss is one that you encounter in Caelid if you go exploring there. Here's the strat. This boss summons 2 spirit helpers, which are those enemies that we fought on the stairs just earlier. The trick is they run towards you, the 2 spirit enemies. Kill them first, and then use your Mimic Tear to draw the aggro away from the main boss, and then just chip away at his health. So that's the strat. I don't think we need to use a rune arc for this. I want to save those for later. So let's just pre-buff. So we're going to put on our flask. We are going to put on our extra damage, go back to our sword, put on our bleed grease, and as soon as we drop in, we are going to summon our buddy. Take a sippy. Kind of run over to the left so those enemies come aggro you over here. Done. Okay, so that worked. You want to roll at the last second when he does that. Okay, sweet, got the guard break. Get your distance when he does that, because you don't want frostbite to build up. Done deal. Easy. I think we took off the wrong item while we did that. All right, cool. Get this site of grace. I don't think we need the strength rune anymore, or the strength talisman, so we're gonna take that off our inventory. And then we're just gonna run up to the top of the castle, and then that's where the medallion half will be. So we're gonna go up, 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 up. Here's the medallion half. Boom, done deal. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to Liurnia. So that's way over here. And the map or the medallion half is underneath this cliff here. So what we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna go to this side of grace right here. And we're basically just gonna run along the edge of the island here. So along here and then go under the bridge. Or under the mountain. Under the mountain. Take a hard left because remember those crappy enemies summon over there? Funny, everything's low level trash over here now. So once you get to the poison part, just again hug the left. Just pay no attention to any of the crabs. So you see the village of the Albinarics. They're all hanging from trees and posts because they were all massacred. Okay, run and grab this side of grace. There is a buddy up here. I think you can see him straight directly ahead of me. Just run, jump off. I was like, we should be able to one-shot them, and then... See, what's funny in later patches of the game, they made this way more obvious. In the original patch, this wasn't lighting up like this. So, just roll into this. Please, no. And it's this guy. I didn't mean to use the grease.
No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be.
You gotta let him go through his dialogue. He's basically like, oh, like you're a sane person. Okay, cool. Hey, give this to Horlu's daughter, which is the barbarian girl. I forget her name. Okay. And then, there we go. Now we got both sides of the medallion. If you go over that bridge, and then down there's a mini boss. Not worth, like, you could kill it for the little bit of souls if you want, but not necessary. So now that we got both halves of the medallion, we are gonna go ahead and, you know what? Let's finish Ranni's quest line. So way back when, if you remember, we kind of did most of Ranni's quest right up until we have to kill her protector, which is Blythe. So we're gonna go to the underground area. And I feel like it was way over here. Maybe this one, Waterfall Basin? Yes, this was it. So we're gonna go kill Blythe. But first let's use those runes and level up. Nice, just enough for one. We need 60 Gs to level up again. Blythe shouldn't be too bad. I don't think you could summon in your Mimic here. We're just gonna run past these dudes. Buff up. All right. So he's got an attack where you could bait out. So just get close to him. He'll do that, and then he'll jump and roll, and then do a jump R2, and then do a weapon art. So bait him out. That one. Don't underestimate his reach on that, though. Nice. Guard break, and he's done.
Beautifully fought. My thanks. It was more of a challenge than I envisioned. Now I can finally stand before them. This is farewell, my dear. Tell Blythe and E.G. I love them.
So the reason why you had to kill Blythe is because Blythe is Ranni's protector, and he's given to her from the Golden Order, so the gods of this game. And she's going against the gods, so there's no way she's going to be able to do that if she has Blythe with her, because Blythe, even though he's sworn to protect her, he's part of the Golden Order, and he's not going to let her go against it. So that's why you had to kill Blythe. Okay. So now we're gonna go through the Lake of Rot. Don't get discouraged. This place does suck, but if you run and just manage your health, you should be okay. So we're just gonna run straight. I don't think jumping really helps. We're just running straight to where those big pillars are. Yeah, that rot damage, brutal. And if you just stay straight, you should be okay. We might have to heal up just one time. Booyah. And just down here is the site of grace. All right, let's get that rod off of us. Okay, and we're gonna run down here. Jump across here. And we're just gonna drop down. Go here. Drop down. There's those two assholes right there. They shoot those webs at you. Let's crouch so they don't see us. We'll just wait for them to pass a little bit. You don't really have to. Drop down again. Run, jump. Run over here. Go left. Run and jump. Go straight. They're all guarding something in there. I can't remember what it is, but it's nothing too great. We've already got all the stuff we need for our build. We're gonna run over here, run into this coffin, and rest in coffin. Gotta love From Software games. If they have no logical way of connecting the two areas, waterfall. So great. All right, we're gonna go to it. This is another boss. This one is a little bit sketchy. It does teleport, so it can build a little bit of distance from you. You don't want to get greedy because it can reappear into a grab attack. So you want to focus on the head and don't be greedy. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna buff up. Put on our grease. As soon as we get in the room, we're gonna summon our buddy. So he's gonna do like a little fire attack. You should roll into that and then dodge that, but I did not do a good job of that. So we're gonna make our way over to him. So just run, 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 run. He might do another shot attack. He'll do that. Again, roll into his attacks. Get a nice jump. R2, he's going for a grab. Remember, good stamina management. And he will reappear and grab you. So you gotta watch out for that. This is his meteor attack. Just run in zigzags or run in one direction. Roll into his attack. I rolled a little too early. All right, let's get a jump R2. I'm really shocked that I haven't gotten a guard break yet. I don't know why I just did that. He's done. Easy mode, dude. And because we've gone and done all of Ranni's other stuff, that's why there's usually a big door blocking that way, but because we've done all the rest of the stuff, it's not going to be there. Oh, never mind. It is there. Okay, so this is what we got to do to get that door out of there. But because we killed Estelle, we can now go back to Liurnia. And you're going to go back to Rennala. So you're going to go back to Rennala, Queen of the Full Moon. And because we killed Estelle, this chest is going to be open now. And now we have the Dark Moon Ring. So now that we have that, we're going to go back to that same underground place. And now that door is gone. So we're just gonna run up here, and there's gonna be an elevator. I love this whole area. It's like creepy, it's cool looking. I don't know, it's great. Trust me, like your first time through, you're like, what is going on? Who is that? Who are they? Like I felt the same way. It took a few playthroughs and just a lot of just like, I don't know, but the story and gameplay is so good. Like I wanted to do that stuff. All right, let's sit down here and let's spend those souls or runes. Let's keep putting money into decks. Okay, so we're gonna be heading up there. A dragon is gonna appear. That's why we've got our sign to use our mimic here. It's not worth killing. Like you can fight this dragon. It's just not worth it in my opinion. Like the souls you get from it are not spectacular. I don't know, it's just not worth it. So I'm just gonna roll right past them. Like, see ya. Pick up all these starlight shards. And then just grab this site of grace. He can't follow you in here. He's just gonna stand out there. So, I think I mentioned this before, but Starlight Shards, they're a consumable item that slowly regenerates FP. So if you run out of FP flasks and you want to maybe get in a few more Ashes of War with our Bloodhound's finesse here, you could just pop a couple of these, and then before you know it, you'll have a full FP bar and you can start spamming that L2 button again. I don't know how much you'll be using that in PvE in the main game, but who knows, it might get you out of a pinch. But you have to have them in your hotbar or know where to get them fast to be able to take advantage of that. One thing that I see like a lot of rookie people make is they have their hotbar just stacked with items. Don't do that. Like, it must be hell when you're fighting a boss and you're panicking and then you gotta flip 100 times to get back to your flasks. Don't do that to yourself. Like, just don't put a bunch of crap in there. All right, let's put our lamp on. I'm gonna jump down here. And look who it is. Look who it is. Good old Ranni. And you'll see here, there's a bunch of blood on the ground, and she's covered in blood, and this thing's covered in blood too. So this is her two fingers. This is her part of the Golden Order that was controlling her. That's why she went all through that, is so she could come here and kill her two fingers and free herself from the Golden Order. And that's what you've just discovered. So talk to Ranni. So you've basically proposed to her and she said yes. Everyone's like, my wife. And for fulfilling her quest, you get the Dark Moon Greatsword, which is Elden Ring's version of the Holy Moonlight Sword, which is a From Software staple. It's a cool weapon for intelligence users or sorceries because it relies on that stat, but it does a lot of frost damage, which is great, but not good for us because we're not spec'd out for that. And that's basically it. That's why a lot of people love her quest line, is because it's, I don't know, the most user friendly, and it's basically like you help out one of the children of Radagon and Rennala, who's a demigod, and you help her through her quest to become free from the Golden Order. Cool stuff. So now that you've done that, we are ready to go to the Grand Lift, and we're going to use our secret medallion. And once we are here, we're going to use our secret medallion. So we're going to jump up here. So when you're here, we'll have the option to switch action and then hoist secret medallion. I know I said hoist like that. Okay. We're gonna run straight. This is the hidden path to the Haligtree. If you go through all of the lore elements and talk to all the NPCs and talk to a lot of people, they'll talk to you about Malenia and Mikola and how they're at the Haligtree. That's where we're heading. So we're gonna turn left. There's these little boys here. Just jump past them. Because remember, they have beast incantations. A big squid's gonna drop. Just run past it. We're gonna go to the right. And we're gonna quit out our game. I'm gonna grab that side of grace. We're gonna run outside. It's funny that that side of grace is there, because once we get outside here, just run straight. Just go straight. I'm gonna go a little bit to the right. Because there's this side of grace right here. And if you look, you will notice we are on the other side of the mountaintops of the giants. All right, and that's where I'm going to leave you. So we did a lot in this episode. We got through a big boss rush there. Now we're kind of getting prepped for some of the side content in the game, before we kind of wrap it up. And then that way you can officially say to all of your friends that you have beaten all of the bosses in Elden Ring.
Meow.